Niggas will get haircuts and turn to a whole different person. Every time any man gets in a barber chair, they leave the shop feeling like the sexiest nigga to ever walk earth. Unless your barber hates you, in which case, tough titties. But realistically, it's not your fault. We can't all be the sexiest nigga to ever walk the earth. There can only be one sexiest, and that's this guy right here. And before y'all say I'm glazing, so what you gonna do, glaze back? I ain't think so. Tighten up and subscribe before I slip Flintstones gummies into your barber's drinks. Then no one gets to be sexy. I'll wait. With that aside, haircuts come in all shapes and sizes. For example, we have the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, the number 4, and mullets. And I'm not too sure about my non-black audience. I don't know what your experience or options are in a barbershop, but I know for a fact the last time I went to a barbershop, I asked for a shape up. The man looked me dead in my face and said, "What is that?" So I called the police on him because there's no way. He was clearly using that barbershop to cover his money laundering business. But on a slightly less non-serious note, they say that the clothes make the man, or the money makes the man, or they say the smeat makes the man. And quite honestly, the thing I'm referring to could all go frick themselves, because they're wrong. Think about it. You can have on the hardest fit known to man, but if you're not rocking mutton chops, your fit means nothing. If you have even the slightest curve in the degree of your hairline, your fit means nothing. You're only gonna get clowned for the haircut. You could have the fattest, juiciest, longest, thickest slab of meat in your shorts, and if your nether region isn't faded up, they're gonna call you a jungle man. You could have all the money in the world. Shit, you could be Jeff Bezos. But if your cut isn't fire, you'd still be Jeff Bezos. He's bald. And because of that, he might have been a bad example. But to be honest, a bald head is still a haircut. You had hair cut off. You have no more hair to cut off. You had a haircut. I would go as far as to say that's the best haircut you could have as an old, rich man. Niggas have been calling a bald head the freshie since I was a spermling. And they're right. That shit's fresh as which is why this video is not sponsored by Keeps. It's not because I emailed them and they said no. It's because being bald is cool. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I am not trying to make fun of bald people. But while the freshie is one of the freshest cuts known to man, it does not fit every man. You gotta be either rich, old, a dad, a nigga with a beard, tall, buff, or a combination of everything I just said. Otherwise, you're gonna look silly. And sorry, I don't make the rules, I merely enforce them. And if you don't fit any of these descriptions and you have a freshie, you're not alone. I was once bald too. In high school, which is statistically the worst time a young man could be bald in his entire life. Until my hair grew back, I shit you not, I was getting roasted every single day. In school, out of school, on and off the bus. Niggas would not leave me alone. The most mentally taxing few weeks I've ever had in my entire life. But read the title of this video. Haircuts change lives. And that's true for me too. Once my hair grew back and I got a taper, I was living lavish. My grades got better, my skin was clearing up, food tasted better. They offered me a contract to be in Creed, but since I'm such a cool guy, I let Michael B. Jordan have it out of the kindness of my heart. And as you can see, the haircut clearly made me more humble. But that was just my life. I'm not sure about y'all. If you're a freshie fruit user, keep your head up and put your hood on. There are better, hairier days ahead. But this video is not just about freshies. It's about all kinds of haircuts, from freshies to mullets. Or if you're really cool, a green mohawk. I've heard that when growing up, if your parents didn't let you try a green mohawk at least once, they did not love you. And I guess my parents must have hated me. My only options were nothing or go to prison. My parents are immigrants. Those are my only options. So up until very recently, I never got to feel the true power of a fresh haircut, but I have gotten to see it. For example, look at my friend Mordecai here. He's a slacker and has no host. He can't even get Margaret. You know why? Because he's never gotten a cut in his life. But he did get a cut at some point when he decided to go blonde, which apparently is a cardinal sin. And after that haircut, did he stop being a slacker? No. Did he get the hose? No. Did he get Margaret? Also no. But he joined a cult, and I can't think of anything more life-changing than joining a cult. Or take Goku for example. Every time he gets a power-up, his hair changes. Why? Because the writers know that the only true way to represent how much stronger Goku has gotten after each Super Saiyan power-up is by showing us that his haircut is fresher than the last. Now, as to why they chose the haircuts they did, I don't know. But this just goes to show that a haircut will have niggas ready to fight literal gods. And the strongest form of a haircut isn't even fresh out of the shop. It's after you go home and shower. Once you step out of that shower, you'll look as if you got kissed by the sun itself. And don't let it be golden hour. Again, I'm not too sure if it's the same for my non-black viewers, but if a nigga gets a cut and the sun is out, real shit, hide your girl. Does not matter how little of a chance he has at getting at your wife or your girl. That nigga is gonna shoot his shot. And if your girl is anything like a girl who cheats, he might make that shit. And this will be the same man who just hours earlier was scared to talk to women in a chat room. That's the power of the haircut right there. It'll take you from a sad sack of nothing to the most confident man in your town, your county, your state, your country, the earth. If your rent was due and you're broke, it don't matter. You just got a fresh cut. If you haven't been able to eat for days because a tapeworm is in your throat and eating the food straight out of your throat, it doesn't matter. You just got a cut. However, get that checked out because that's crazy and you should be worried. If a plane just hit a tower in New York, and y'all see where I'm going, the cut changes lives. And if you don't believe me, go get a cut right now. And if after that cut you feel like you're ready to run for president, then you have to subscribe. But in the same breath, a bad cut will have you feeling the lowest of lows. I've seen it firsthand. I have a whole head of hair now, but niggas still send me videos of me when I was bald. That shit sticks with you. It's part of your permanent record. Don't get a bad cut. It'll leave you feeling scummy. And for good reason. You're hideous. But y'all get what I'm saying. A bad cut is a death sentence. Your girl might leave you. The bank might take all the money out of your bank account. You might go to McDonald's and the employees tell you can only eat at Taco Bell. And if you are ever unlucky enough to get a bad cut before a job interview, my brother, you're not getting that job. Grow your hair, regroup, and come back and try again. And if you're gonna go with the bad cut anyway, make sure you put ugly on your resume. If you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comments down below. And if you didn't enjoy it, be sure to let your mom know. With that being said, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Go outside, drink plenty of water, and have a nice day.